Sat in Clayton County Jail for 2 years and 2 months until I was finally acquitted by a jury of my peers, after evidence that was hidden for 2 years and 2 months came to light at trial that proved my innocence. It took the jury less than 15 minutes to acquit me. Now, that being said, some of these officers around here decided that I'm still a child molester and that they were going to tell people that.
What'd you call me?
Like I said, I don't talk to child molesters. Thank you.
You realize I was acquitted of all charges?
CTW. Don't do it. I'm gonna have CTW.
I don't give a fuck. Go in there. One, it's illegal for you to go in there and solicit a trespass. I don't give a fuck.
No, it's not.
One, I was acquitted of all charges, dipshit.
You're a child molester.
I was acquitted of all charges,
You want
dipshit.
to tell everybody on your page that?
Everybody already fucking knows. I've talked about it. I've talked about it. You want to be the next famous one? You want to be the next famous one? You want to be the next famous one?
You want to tell everybody on your page that?
Before we jump into today's footage, let's set the stage, because this case is one of the clearest, boldest examples of police retaliation you'll ever see caught on camera. Imagine being locked in jail for over 2 years for a crime you never committed. Then imagine the evidence proving your innocence was buried, hidden, suppressed, until a jury finally took less than 15 minutes to clear your name. Most people would think the nightmare ends there, but not in this town. Instead of making things right, certain officers doubled down. They didn't just spread rumors. They went door to door, actively trying to destroy a man who had already been exonerated. And today's video shows exactly how far one officer was willing to go. Trespass requests, slander, personal insults, and outright lies, all while wearing the uniform. This isn't just misconduct, this is a vendetta. So as you watch, ask yourself, is firing enough? Or does this level of retaliation demand something much bigger? Let's get into it.
Go ahead. No, they don't. No, they don't. And you're a white supremacist? Nah. I don't talk to you, man. Hey. You guys cool with CTW this guy off your property? This guy right here in the red shirt? Oh, now he's walking away.
Yeah, that's fine.
He come over here, he was making a scene while I was sitting in the parking lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm
That's the
talking
guy
about.
who was, yeah, so, yeah, he
Now he's standing on the sidewalk.
yeah.
Go ahead, Dr. Source.
What was he doing?
No, he come over. I told him, I said, don't say nothing to me. I said, you make a scene. He's got the video camera out saying also he's a child molester.
Yeah.
He got charged with child molestation.
Yeah, he got
He
released.
sat in jail.
Radio.
Yeah.
He's the one who got off the phone.
Yeah, Emerson.
Yeah.
So I told him now he's standing on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell if he comes back on the property, let me know.
Yeah.
I know y'all fixing to leave, but
Yeah.
and I'll see you.
Right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yes, sir.
10-4 is Damon Golf. 10-4 is Damon Golf
Always.
Parkway, face
Always.
drive. Damon Golf Parkway, face drive.
You've been warned. You step foot on this property again, they're gonna CTW you. You make a scene. Do not make a scene right now. I'm telling you right now. You're on the sidewalk. Don't play with me. It's called an easement. I'm not an idiot. I know what an easement is. I know how the law works, dude.
Why don't you pull up the,
Right here, before the confrontation even begins, the setup alone is jaw-dropping. We're hearing directly from a man who spent 2 years and 2 months in jail because officers allegedly hid exculpatory evidence, something that, if true, is one of the most serious forms of misconduct. And despite being fully acquitted, he's now dealing with a police officer publicly labeling him a child molester, which is one of the most dangerous accusations a person can face. What's important to notice is how calm he is while explaining the situation. This isn't someone trying to escalate. This is someone trying to expose what's happening. Keep that in mind as the interaction unfolds, because his demeanor versus the officer's behavior tells you a lot about who's emotional and who's retaliating.
why don't you pull up the final disposition on my charges, dipshit? Why don't you pull up the final disposition on my charges, dipshit?
And you're a white supremacist. I don't play with
A white supremacist? A white supremacist? Where the fuck did you get that from? Yeah, you're done. You're definitely done. You'll be the next one with a fucking complaint, and you'll be the third Commerce Police Department out of here in 6 months.
You're a child molester.
Is that right? Is that right? Do you know anything about the case? Did you?
They just charged you for no reason, right?
Yeah, they charged me for no reason. Dipshit. That's why I don't. Is there a red dot on my house? Is there a red dot on my house, dipshit? Yeah, you're talking, dipshit. You're talking, dipshit.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if you curse and there's a juvenile out here, I'm taking you to jail. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's disorderly conduct. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. 100%. 100%. 100%. We're all adults out here, unfortunately. It's not slander. Try again. No. 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 Hey, sir. Hey, I'm really sorry to bother you at home, but and I only wanted to involve you because I know Gonzo's a little busy right now, and
This stretch of dialogue is where things begin spiraling fast. Notice how the officer doesn't deny anything. He doesn't argue facts, doesn't correct details, doesn't reference reports, policies, or evidence. Instead, he repeats the accusation like a weapon, almost taunting the man with it. And when someone keeps escalating instead of de-escalating, especially in uniform, that should raise major red flags. Officers are trained specifically not to provoke civilians. Yet here we see the exact opposite. Personal insults, repeated attempts to incite a reaction, and even bizarre comments about being the next famous one. It feels less like policing and more like a personal feud. That's a huge problem.
I really trust your input and your thoughts on this. What in the world, when in the world do I consider this guy, Mr. Ponytail Express, who's the child molester, when do I consider this disorderly conduct with him standing out on the sidewalk, cursing and screaming at me over here at ABC Pond? When do I, you know what I mean? Because I mean, he was originally out here cursing at me. I told him, I said, I am not talking to you. I said, I am not talking to a child molester. I'm not doing it. I don't want any part of it. Stay away from me. Go away. And he will not. I mean, I don't care about him standing out on the sidewalk. I really don't. It doesn't bother me. He can videotape me. I'm just running speed. It doesn't matter to me. But where do I draw the line?
Were you involved in a traffic stop, or you were just...
No, he was out on the corner and he saw me drive up and he screamed, "What's up, fuck stick?" And I'm like, I said, leave me alone. I said, I'm not talking to you. I don't talk to child molesters. So
What you need to do is, if you're sitting there and he walks up, drive away.
This moment is critical. The officer is actively approaching a business and suggesting they trespass someone, a major misuse of authority if done without lawful justification. Trespassing someone should be based on behavior or business policy, not personal grudges or unverified claims. And here, the officer repeats the molestation accusation to the shop owner as if it's a verified fact, despite the man reminding him multiple times that he was acquitted. Whether intentional or reckless, this kind of statement can permanently destroy someone's reputation. It also raises questions. How many people has this officer told the same thing to? How long has this been happening? This footage only shows one moment, but it hints at a larger pattern.
yeah, I know. I'm just it, and I trust, you know, that crossed my mind. I just, at the same time, I shouldn't have to worry about where I'm sitting. You know, and again, I don't mind somebody out on the curb. He can stand there. It doesn't bother me. He can videotape me. He can wave at me. He can tell people to slow down. That doesn't bother me. It's the cursing. Where do I draw the line at the yelling and cursing? You know, and I don't want to make a scene, make a stink, because we're already involved enough with some shit. I'm not, you know, I don't want to make things worse whatsoever. So that's why I called you. I just wanted you to know that he's walking away now because he got bored. So.
Yeah. Man, that's the easiest way to deal with him right there.
I mean, for whatever reason, he just yelled at me and said he's going to make a complaint. I don't know how he's going to make a complaint. I didn't do anything. I turned my body cam off for this whole thing, so y'all are going to see and see everything I said.
Morning. Sorry about that.
No worries. How you doing?
Knowing it was you, I'd have stopped my holiday.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm alright.
So, have you had a chance to look at the body cam?
I have. It doesn't look good.
It doesn't
We're
look
doing
good.
an investigation.
So, can you tell me if he...
Here we see the officer suddenly shift gears, threatening an arrest for disorderly conduct over profanity. And yes, disorderly conduct can include abusive language in some states, but only when there's a legitimate disturbance or a direct threat. But here, the officer is the one who initiated the confrontation, hurled accusations, and provoked the situation. Courts have repeatedly ruled that profanity alone, especially when directed at police, falls under protected speech unless it genuinely disrupts public order. So when the officer says, "I'll take you to jail if you curse around a juvenile," it sounds more like a convenient excuse rather than a lawful standard. When someone abuses their discretion like that, it's no longer policing, it's intimidation.
You went in there and said the same thing to them? Did he go in there and call me a child molester to them?
The video looks horrible.
Okay.
And we're doing an investigation. Go ahead and actually fill out the
I got the forms. I'm going to fill those
Get them
out.
back to me. But like I said, I'm not waiting until I get the forms to start the investigation. That's already started.
Yes, sir. Here's my issue, and I want you and everybody else that sees this to know. I'm not anti-police. I'm not anti-cop. Bad policing landed me in jail for 2.5 years facing a life sentence for a crime I didn't commit. And bad policing also hid evidence of that crime until the trial. That's what got me acquitted after 15 minutes of jury deliberations. I'm not anti-police. I'm anti-bad policing. And I'm anti-guys that can't control their emotions. If you can't control your emotions, you shouldn't be out here. And they just went through training last year over the Emerson incident. And obviously it didn't stick for at least him. You know what I mean? A couple other officers, great job ignoring me. Perfect job ignoring me. That's what they're supposed to do. But, you know, we definitely have an issue with this one. So
We're going to do the investigation, see if policy violations, whatever, occurred, and then we'll go from there.
But you know, if he said that inside the ABC pawn shop, said that to them, that's a whole different bag of issues.
Yes, sir.
That's defamation and slander. So,
I understand.
yeah, I appreciate you getting on it, and I'll go ahead and get those put out. I might turn them back in this afternoon just so you have everything at your disposal, and you know, we'll talk about it when we talk about it.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Have a good day.
Have a good one.
And now we get perhaps the most telling moment of all. The officer calling another officer privately and admitting he turned off his body cam during the entire incident. That alone is a major policy violation in many departments. Body cams exist specifically to protect both the public and the officer, so choosing to turn it off during a confrontation is a huge red flag. On top of that, he's asking when the man's actions count as disorderly conduct, revealing that he doesn't actually know where the legal line is, or worse, that he's looking for justification after the fact. This is classic cover yourself behavior, seeking reassurance instead of following clear policy. These calls rarely get exposed, which makes this recording all the more important. Clip 6. Finally, we see what accountability looks like, at least partially. The supervising officer reviews the body cam footage and openly acknowledges it doesn't look good. That's innuendo.